My name is Artez Scaler for TotalPress.com. I have the owner of JD Motorsports of the 4 and also the 6 Chevrolet Camaros in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Mr. John Davis, how you doing, sir?
Doing good, Arts. How are you today, young man?
I'm doing pretty good.
You're looking good.
Thank you. I mean, I must say it's been a long road, but by the grace of God, everything
Yes,
came.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for all the prayers and everything, man. And that'll get us through anything.
That's right. And most importantly, thank you because you've been really down from the start when I first got diagnosed.
Yes, sir.
But you know, my focus and when I reached out to you, I love to see the small market teams that a lot of people necessarily don't talk about do good. And I understand that this is a now restricted plate race. Now Atlanta has changed a lot.
Yes, sir.
So what is a mindset as an owner that you have coming into this race?
First, we had our prayers this morning, and now we got to miss them wrecks.
That's right.
Because you know how the restricted plate races are. It bundles up the field, so there's more opportunities for mistakes to happen, and then it's so hard to respond so quick. Even though they're restricted down to around 400 horsepower, the things are still running 150, 60 mile an hour, and they go to wrecking in front of you. You just can't stop on a dime. It just don't happen. So, you know, I tell my drivers run the bottom and always choose the bottom on all the restarts at restricted plate races. You don't have an option to choose the outside. I don't care if it'll advance you positions on the start, because that's when everybody's always bundled up together, and if something happens and you're on the outside, you have no escape route at all. It's zero escape. You're either going to run into somebody or God's going to clear the hole for you to get through. If you're on the bottom, at least maybe you can turn left, go through the grass, come down pit road, apron on the back or something like that. So, you know, that's the orders I give them. Just try to space themselves out so they got time to react. You know, at these speeds, you don't have no time.
And this is you know, for the people, you know, that are just coming into NASCAR, Atlanta has changed drastically. It went from and you've been in NASCAR for a long time, so you've seen the evolution of Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was here in 1981, had lunch in the old restaurant, used to be over there in the old Cup Garage on the other side when it was the front stretch with Marty Robbins one day, you know, and it's way changed. I really liked the old smaller Atlanta, you know. I think we got too many mile-and-a-half cookie cutter tracks, but it is what it is. We're gonna race wherever they'll allow us to race, and the good Lord will get us there.
That's right. Last weekend I was watching the race from home, and I seen that Garrett Smithley finished 16th last weekend, and then now you have Dawson Cram. He got caught up in an accident.
Yes, sir.
Now with him getting caught up in an accident, did it cause any type of problems with coming to Atlanta with the cars, or?
Actually, it did not. It's a total different car here. We run a downforce car here to where we ran a more laid-back, sleeked up, you know, with no downforce, no drag, to try and create speed there with that big 2.5 mile track. But here at Atlanta, even though you're restricted, you still need a good downforce car to plant the car, get it down on the ground, and make it be stable, because the corners are still pretty tight, even at that speed. So, you know, it didn't really cause us any issues there preparing for this, other than the rain keeping us there all those extra days. It made the week at the shop, the days be long and the week be short at the shop.
So, and you were saying, you know, long days at the shop, where you 12-hour shifts probably at the shop, or how?
I wish it would only been 12 hours.
Oh my!
Some of my guys were there as early as 5:30, 6 o'clock, not going home till 11:30 or 12 o'clock at night. So, you know, and I got a great group of guys. I can't say enough about Case and Bird and the whole shop. Ryan, Dylan, man, Robert Dorman, they all great. They devoted to JD Motorsports and the family we are, and our racing family, and to getting us to each and every event.
Now you have this season in 2024. Last season you had Brendan Poole drive the 6, and now you have Garrett Smithley driving the 6 and 4 races. Is that's the driver? Do you see him as a driver for this season, or?
It could be. You know, the 6 right now, the 4 races is all we've committed to with Garrett. It's all based on funding, or if someone else comes along with funding. We don't have a huge marketing department at JD Motorsports. We have some people trying to find money for us to race, but their primary focus has been on Dawson. But we would entertain other drivers. We've talked to some other drivers. It's funding. Unfortunately, it goes back to the old saying Banjo created: speed costs how fast you want to go. Well, it costs to be here, and if we can't have money, we can't be here.
And that was going to be my next question, because I know that a lot of people who watch NASCAR, they Xfinity Series, they see the Junior Motorsports, they see the Joe Gibbs Racings, but they don't necessarily see the JD Motorsports. So how big is sponsorship for a small team like this?
It's huge. Without it, we got KSDT on the 4-car this weekend, with an associate on the 6, and without people like Jeff at KSDT, we couldn't be here. Garrett's got some good sponsors on the 6-car as well, with the museum company here, Savoy Automobile Museum. I think they're kind of local around here somewhere. Apologize for not knowing enough about them. And he's got something on the quarter panels there. Garrett's a very good spokesperson. He works hard finding partners, and that's what keeps him coming back.
And Garrett was a driver here before, right?
Garrett's best years in racing were here in like 17, 18, 19, somewhere along in there. We had some good runs, some good times. He chose to try the Cup path there for a little while, and it worked out for him. It was a good learning curve for him, and he chose to come back to Xfinity. Wasn't happy where he was at. We got together and we tried to do it last year with him, and we as a company and Garrett together, we both failed, and we're trying to rebuild our brands together, both Garrett and JD Motorsports, and make people want to be a part of our organization with him involved.
And this is the Xfinity Series season is a long stretch from February to November.
Correct.
But as a team owner, what is a good year for you when the checker flag flies at Phoenix?
All the bills be paid.
Yeah.
So winter's easy, and you ain't trying to sell something to pay the bills. But I'd like to say we could make the chase again one time. We did it with Ross Chastain one year there, but we had a lot of help and a lot of good people around us then. Not that anything wrong with our people now, but as times have changed, times different. The level of competitiveness amongst the series is probably the strongest it's ever been, from the front to the back. So it kind of brought it together. I would like to say, if we have both cars in the top 25, maybe one of them in the top 20 in the points, that helps your winner, because the point fund money stops at 20th. So if you could get them both in the top 20, then you've had an extraordinary year. Get your drivers and your car owner points in the top 20, but it's an awful hard task to do with the competition level we have today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Johnny Davis. I know you are a busy man. Have a great race day. Congratulations for this. Just for this season. Yeah. And I know this season is going to be a good season for you, but most importantly, your race team.
Yeah. So, thank you, Arch. Thanks for coming by. And
thank you
for spending time with us, man. We always welcome you and Toby Christie people, to our deal and to our garage and in our area. Thanks for all you do for the sports show, man.
Thank you. And also to fans, if you are at a NASCAR race, this is the most friendliest guy I know. We was just eating spaghetti outside, enjoying the hospitality. So, Mr. Johnny, I thank you so much.
Thank you.
And this is Artez Kelly from TobyChris.com. Thank you.
Thank you.